This is Garrett J. White, the authentic entrepreneur, coming at you real, raw, and relevant. So here's the deal. I'm on my new pole again. I'm taking care of business. We're making it happen. We're hanging out here in the backyard, and I wanted to show you what my grass looks like. You like that? I'm out on the side of my house right now. It's beautiful. My neighborhood. Look at the mountains way off there in the distance. So freaking awesome. There's the backyard of one of the house, part of my house. So anyways, check out all this cool minefield. You know what this is from? This is from my dog's poop. Just so you know. Works as great fertilizer. So here's the deal. I'm hanging out in my backyard. It's a beautiful day. It was snowing like 2 days ago. It is officially, I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. It is, I think, Thursday. So I had some great meetings this morning. We got done recording a couple things, got clear on our plans. Here's the thing I'm going to talk to you about on the download today, here on the daily download. First off, clarity itself is power. But we got to understand why clarity is power. Clarity itself, what I found is it actually closes the doors on all the energy leaks that we're experiencing day to day. So I can be in a situation where I'm experiencing, for example, all this chaos going on in my mind. And I'm going to put this conversation for just a second, pause on the side, and I'm going to introduce another concept, and that is the chaos of abundance. You know, so often we hear about this idea of scarcity, which is the limiting beliefs of our lives, and how the scarcity itself is constantly driving us to see more and more limits and more hindrances in our lives and seeing things as less and less possible. Here's my experience though. Abundance is way harder to experience and live in than scarcity. Do you want to know why? Because abundance itself is more chaotic. Chaos itself springs from abundance. We attempt to create clarity out of scarcity because we attempt to limit the factors involved or the moving variables. And you know what, for crying out loud, in today's economy, in today's society, as entrepreneurs and as business owners like you and I are, the reality is it's very difficult to find certainty amidst all this chaos. So my mindset, through meditation, through ascension, through all the things that I'm doing, my mindset must be in a state of oneness and alignment and experiencing life as abundant. But the dilemma and the catch-22 with experiencing my life from abundance is the simple fact that from abundance, what I see and experience is chaos. Now, this chaos itself only obtains its clarity the more focused I am upon my vision and what I'm wanting. So if you look at my current world and my empire and what we're building right now with Paid to Play Today.com, we have a basic, a platinum, or basic, a plus, and a max program. Our max program won't roll out until the fall. Our platinum program is in full gears, but it just changed its whole direction as of meetings this morning. And my basic program, we've been up and rocking for a couple months. For those that used to know that as a weekly wake-up webinar series, now you'll get to know that as the Paid to Play Today basic program. Now here's the deal though. I sat on a whiteboard that was like ginormous this morning as me and my partners sat and mind mapped the entire process of the Paid to Play, I can't even say it today. I've said it so many times, paidtoplaytoday.com. Now as we mind mapped it, right, which is literally, and they have technical software that you can get it. There's some others like MindJet, a friend of mine named Matthew Trujillo who actually does mind mapping networking online. It's freaking badass. It's so awesome. So here's how the game goes though. In mind mapping, you take all of your ideas and you dump them up on a board. And on the board itself, we took all of the 3 areas of our business. We took the marketing funnels. What we determined is we eliminated a couple funnels this morning. We're focusing on 4 hardcore funnels in our business. The first one is television. The second one is radio. The third one is our Facebook fan page. And the fourth one is this page, my daily download, here with GarrettJWhite.com. So we took those 4 funnels. We got really clear about what our opt-in systems are on those. We got really clear about what the value add was, what was the value that we were going to give in exchange for a name and an email. So as we laid those out and we got clear about our marketing funnels, right, which is create massive value in the marketplace and then bring your funnels down. We got to the core, but see, the core itself, I got a new name for the core. The core is your pivot point. It's kind of like playing basketball, right? So you pick up your ball, you pick up your dribble, you're totally good unless you move your pivot foot. So once you build your marketing flow, it's about getting to that pivot point. Your pivot point is this core point in which you can move 360 degrees and all rivers are moving to the pivot point. So my pivot point is our Paid to Play Today basic program, 30-day free membership to participate with me in the weekly Wake Up webinar series, which happens every single Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon Mountain Standard Time, all about personal branding and about building the business of who the business of you. So this is our pivot point. Now our pivot point then opens back up into our back-end models. Our next stage in the process then is our Paid to Play Today Platinum program, or our Plus program. This itself is a 90, used to be 100 or 12 month, but we just shrunk it today to a 90-day program, during which time a person goes through literally 50 different coaching models or coaching sessions over 90 days, committed to 3 phases: awakening, activating, and accelerating the business of who? The business of you. Being able to figure out who you are, live in your contract, in your activated state of your soul purpose, and then accelerating your ability to build a business and offer products, services, and experience to the marketplace from that stand or that platform, which again is your soul purpose contract or calling. So as we got clear on these funnels, the thing that was amazing to me is that for the past like 3 or 4 months, I've been super chaotic because my business partner Brett Harwood and I actually run some other companies with a process called Tsunami, another process called Wildfire that just launched with a bunch of entrepreneurs from around the country, as well as my speaking opportunities and my family and everything else I got going down. That's a lot of stuff. So today, as I walked out of our meeting now, after 3 hours of mind mapping and putting this up on the board, eliminating certain choices, and then getting really clear about everybody on the team and what their next steps were. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do the same thing in our Wildfire program and our Tsunami program. I was on meetings all afternoon with our team there doing the same thing, getting really clear about here's the next step, next step, next step, next step, and getting clear about who's doing what step and when are they responsible and when is it due and when does it need to be turned in, etc. So the end principle then in the daily download is simply, what is lack of clarity costing you in your business? What is lack of clarity costing you in your business? What is lack of clarity costing you in your business? I'll tell you what it's cost me for the past 60 days. It cost me a bunch of stress and it cost me a bunch of energy. The more clear you get, the more doors you shut, the more you're able to focus. This is why it's so important to be aligned with the truth of who you are and be aligned within your purpose, because when you can't be aligned in that space, when you're not aligned in that space, ultimately you end up costing yourself tremendous amounts of energy, tremendous amounts of money, tremendous amounts of joy, and ultimately the idea of getting paid to play. Well, getting paid to play means that you get to have fun. It doesn't mean you're not going to work your ass off. It just means you're going to have fun. So in that space, let me remind you here at the end of this, if you're not part of our Paid to Play Today basic program, I encourage you to go to paidtoplaytoday.com, get registered for a free 30-day membership. Come in and play with me on the weekly Wake Up webinar series that's happening every single Monday, Mountain Standard Time, 11 a.m. Until then, I'll remind you yet again, this is Gary J. White, the Authentic Entrepreneur, reminding you to be real, be raw, be relevant, and most importantly, my friend, to be authentic.